place where truth is established, you go and associate with that.
There is the patalas in universe. In the material universe, there are this area called patalas. And there is an area that is Satyaloka. The Satyaloka, or we say Brahmaloka, can represent our Sahasrara chakra, our higher state of consciousness as spiritual entities. And the patalas, the lower of our spiritual or mind, to say, or consciousness, like very animalistic consciousness, will be down. And in the middle of the universe is the Bhumandal. And the middle for us will be our navel, where all digestion and all the things happening for the energy of the full body. So this is what I mean, like this yogic conception of the universe as also as a body, as a full body.
We have to understand according to a Bhakti yogi the whole thing, right? So my forte is not, the Hatha yoga, where all the chakras are, and I won't be able to really talk about too much of all the chakras connected with which loka and all. But the whole thing is mentioned about Sadhyo Karma Mukti, and in the 10th, in the second canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, about the yogi. Yogi, if he does anything good, let's say, what happens to his Atma, his soul? His soul travels from Bhuloka, or Bhumandala, this earth, to Bhuvarloka. Then from Bhuvarloka it goes to Swargaloka. From Swarg it goes to Maharloka, Janaloka, then Taploka, and then goes to Satyaloka. And it stays there. It stays there until destruction. Once destructions happen, then Satyaloka goes away. But that soul of a yogi, Hatha yogi, it travels from there to Brahmaloka, which is a lok where your soul merges with the Supreme Soul. So I cannot really speak about which loka connects with which chakra, because I have not studied that, or a basic study is there, but I can't recall that right now. But what I remember that, and it's very well by the Srimad Bhagavatam, that our body obviously represent three gunas: tamoguna, rajoguna, and satoguna. Right?
The universe is under the influence of the trigunas.
Yes. So my understanding, and I'm very much sure about it, that all the chakras, when you open them, right, it actually they are all connected with one specific type of gunas. And those gunas really comes to you. And once you reaches to that satoguna, let's say, and that satoguna really takes you and makes you travel from here to Satyaloka. So the yogis, Hatha yogi, have a limitation of going to certain place to a certain time, and afterward they only goes and merge in the Supreme Soul. That's known as Brahmaleen. So this body becomes spiritual for Bhakti yogi once we take the initiation. So the spiritual understanding in this way is, as a Bhakti yogi, is that I am in the Bhuloka. First I have to take the shelter and become a devotee. And then act in a right spiritual way. And once I start to act rightly according to the spiritual instructions, or whether these chakras, these chakras usually open automatically, but the Bhakti yogi is never, he never cares that whether these chakras are opening or not opening, because for him, he becomes spiritual the day he takes the shelter of his guru. Diksha Kale Krishna Kore Atmasom. When does Krishna comes and accepts you? The moment you actually takes his shelter. So is a very nice analogy which is mentioned, and it's actually in the Srimad Bhagavatam glorification in the 6 chapters of Padma Purana. That what really happens with the soul who are practicing a different yoga system. So it's a very subtle way which has been mentioned in the Padma Purana in one of these chapters of glorification of Srimad Bhagavatam. That is a karma yogi, the one who is following the path of karma, who really comes after the end of your life is the associates of Yamraj. They come if you are the follower of path of action, karma yoga. Jnana yogi, who comes? He actually travels by himself to Brahmalok to get Brahmaleen. Karma and Raja Yoga, who is the Raja Yogi or Hatha Yogi, his Atma also travels. Now you come to the spiritual abodes. Let's say you become a devotee. Then what does happen? If you are a follower of Vishnu, let's say, then he sends his associates to receive your soul so you can come back. How, like in the Ajamil story, he once even chanted. There are 4 types of chantings. So the kind of a chanting which he had done, he had sent his associates to pick Ajamil's soul.
Yes.
In a one plane. So you travel in a plane with those associates of Vishnu to reach to Vaikuntha.
Yes.
But let's say if you want to go to Vrindavan, eternal Vrindavan, how would you travel? So it says in the Padma Purana, Krishna comes actually, because you become dear to him. So he comes and takes you because there's a very personal relationship which you are pursuing with him. So then he comes and takes you. So it's a thing that what kind of a person you are. Even if you are doing everything good and you are spiritual, because many people just come and say that I'm spiritual by my heart.
Yes.
I know I'm doing good, this and that. Who would come on that time? Is the associates of Yamaraj.
Exactly.
So it's a different system for the traveling. So our soul becomes spiritual the day we take the shelter. We really don't care of these chakras. These chakras open, doesn't matter. They automatically opens, definitely opens. If you perform the spiritual bhakti practices in a correct way, but we are not concerned about those chakras.
Yes.
What we are concerned about, that we have to first reach to the level of satoguna, which is the mode of goodness, because that's the only goodness, or that's the only point where we can have the right darshan of Krishna. What is the meaning of right darshan?
What is the meaning of right darshan? Yes.
What is the meaning of right darshan? The meaning of the right darshan is, let's say there are so many demons who have taken a darshan of Krishna.
Okay, yes.
But did they really realize that what darshan they are taking? So if I have the mode of passion, if I have a mode of ignorance, I may even see deities, God, God's messengers, whatever you say, the divine personalities, I would not really realize. But once I reach to the mode of goodness, I will appreciate and accept and realize the importance of that. So to have the right understanding, once a bhakti yogi have to reach to the level of satoguna, to have Krishna's darshan, right darshan.
Yes.
And once you have his right darshan, then you have to practice in a specific way that you crosses these 3 modes, the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness, to really be with him, which is mentioned in Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita also in the 18th chapter. The last stage is known as Gunatita, and that's the stage of lovers. Yeah. So our point is, first, this is our identity. First, we have to change our identity into a spiritual identity. And so there are different ways of that. Your caution is about the Hatha Yogi way. But I'm a master of Bhakti Yoga more, not the Hatha Yoga. So I can speak about what the Bhakti Yogi, how he travels. So he doesn't care about his those, the chakras connected with which abode. All he cares about that I want to become spiritual from the very first day.
Right.
And then do the right spiritual practices, because I don't want to go to any of these lokas.
That's the point. Wow, Jaiho. Very good.
I want to travel to eternal abode, of Krishna. And obviously, there are different, ideas which are given by our acharyas, and the specific ideas in the Brihad Bhagavatamrit really speaks about how our soul really travels. How our souls really travels from all of these it's like a train. You are sitting in a train, and how like in every city you stop by to see that how the city looks like. You see as a traveler, but you have a different destination.
Yes.
So you travel in that way. So as a bhakti yogi, is our chakras doesn't matter, and the chakras, we don't even care if any chakra is connected with any of the about.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. Live in present, do everything in present, and focus on your goal.
Yes, exactly. This is the great thing about Bhakti Yoga, because by the grace of Srimad Mahaprabhu and our Purvacharyas, we realize that all these tapas and all these studies are unnecessary, since Krishna will provide everything that we need, and he will take out everything that we don't need. Just concentrate on the Nam, on the service. This is fantastic, and I love how you grab all together to direct to Bhakti, because this is the real thing in the end.
I mean, there is not a single Hatha yogi who doesn't do kirtan.
Yes.
So why are they doing kirtan? It's not mentioned in the Hatha Yoga scriptures. So they are at the end also is taking a shelter of Bhakti Yoga. But our acharyas have very nicely have spoken. But if you really want to become a Bhakti Yogi, then jnana, karma, you have to remove those clouds. You have to let the sun shine with its full blast, and that sun is like Bhakti, without any kind of a mixture. So, we don't care of our emotions in a way, because once you take a shelter, the real emotion is to please or make our Priya Priyatam happy. This is our ultimate goal, to make them happy. So, what emotions are coming and not coming, they are all taken care by Harinam. And secondly, by the right association of devotees. This is the most foremost importance, that what kind of a association you are doing. If I usually I always see how people are translating the Vedic words, and how when it comes to sadhu sangha, and everyone just comes up and say the devotees association, Vaishnava association. I have my own understanding on that, and my understanding is it is a uplifting association. What kind of a devotee association you have to do? You have to associate with only those devotees who uplifts your devotional life. What is happening right now is that everyone are doing an association with those devotees who are as same as them. Oh, you are like me, you are as bad, you have the same understanding like me, this and that, let's be together. There is no upliftment.
Partners in anartha.
At the end, you are confusing yourself with this. Sata Sangha means uplifting association, that you go and learn from those from where you actually make yourself better. Yes. So why am I actually talking about this? I'm talking about this because in the Hatha Yogi, obviously you are, opening all your chakras to maintain your emotions. But who maintains the emotions in our devotional life is uplifting association, devotees association, and Harinam. So when I spoke about that we don't care about our chakras. Why? Because they are taken care. All those emotions are taken care by our, the senior devotees, the sadhus and the sages. So spiritually, one has to be, surrender to practice Bhakti Yoga. And by practicing Bhakti Yoga, one's soul actually travels all the abodes to reach eternal Vrindavan.
Yes.
And when the prema comes, all the chakras are already open.
Yes. All the perfection is there.
See, there is a difference between perfection and love in there, because all the chakras do not really connect with the love. You cannot open sacred love by opening your chakras.
No. Yes, right. Yes.
So that's why I said that these chakras will open by due course. It doesn't matter, but it has nothing to do with the sacred love. The
Yes.
goal. So what your goal is? Your goal is to open the chakras, to be a very good human being. Please do so. But it's like you're opening your chakras, but how many people have you really seen who have opened their chakras? All the yogis which you usually see, in 100%, I would say 98, 99% have not even opened their chakras.
Yes.
I'm so sorry, but this is my reality. This is that there must be so many of them, but this is my understanding, my experience, my relative truth. That you don't really, that many people, thousands of people call themselves yogis. Thousands of people, millions of people in the Western countries, even you go to, and there's like, oh, he's yogi, she is yogi, everyone are yogi. I'm pleased to hear that they are yogi.
Yes.
But how many chakras are really open?
Yes, I have the same question. That's absolutely true.
So you have to go to the basics in there. And the basic is that how are you really following yama and niyama? In the Hatha Yoga, everything starts with the yama and niyama. What is the difference between, no one is actually following yama and niyama. Everyone are trying to, do the perfection in the asana.
Right.
Yeah, but there is no certain teachers available. There are very few nice teachers. I have met few of them. I know we say that their kundlis were awakened. I have met them. It's not that it's not a truth. It's a Vedic science, and it is truth. But they don't even interact with other people. They don't even teach to many devotees, because they know that everyone will misuse that.
Yes.
You need to be a very best devotee, a very strict disciple.
Yes.
To learn that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Swamiji, since you touched this topic about how sadhu sangha works, I would like to ask you a little bit more about that, because this is a very important topic. And I think, honestly, on social media, satsanga is as trendy as yoga, but it's that kind of satsanga and yoga that people doesn't really know what it really means. So how a sadhaka practitioner who want to develop and grow spiritually, in its own spiritual life, they should approach sadhu sangha. What must to be there? What must not to be there to realize this is a satsanga and this is satsanga? What are the parameters, let's say, if you can enlighten us with this?
In Updeshamrit, if you really go through and read like even the 8 verses written by first 8 verses, our Sri Rup Goswami have spoken vastly about what is the good association and the bad association. But for a newcomer, I want to say, let's say if you want to do some kind of a business, or let's say I want to learn about AI, artificial intelligence. How would I learn that? By having the right association of those people who can teach me throughout, guide me, and take me to the level where I can become a master. Or if I just go and meet some of my friends, this friend, that friend, they know a bits from here and there, and I just hang out with them and learn for 5 minutes and spend like 23 hours, 55 minutes doing all the nonsenses. This is not what this won't take you to the master level. This won't take you, won't make you a master of artificial intelligence. Let's say if you want to become a Vaishnava, And obviously Vaishnava can be any who chants Krishna's name, but at the end you want to become a master and become a lover. How would you become a lover? By spending a great time with those who have become a lover, and you learn from them every day. So sadhu sangha, sat sangha. What is sat sangha? Sata means truth. The place where truth is established, you go and associate with that. How is that truth established? It is established by experience and by shastras. So what is satsanga? Again, it's not by just meeting any of the devotees and just sitting talking for 2 minutes about Radha Krishna Vrindavan, this and that, and afterward getting into what is happening into politics. I meet 100 types of devotees, let's say, and it's very painful, very, very painful to really see and understand that what these people are like. I mean, like, I would sit with them and they will talk about politics. They will talk about what is happening in India, what is happening in America, how the inflation is going on. And why is that? Because the association which they have got till now was the wrong association. If they are talking about different devotees, if they are talking about all the bad qualities, if they are talking about any kind of a problem each and every other devotee has, and if they come and complain about it, oh look, he is like this, he is like that. And another type of a devotee we should not even like associate with is the one who actually find faults. If you are finding faults, nothing will happen with you in this life for sure. Spiritually, nothing will happen. How to be a good devotee? Shri Manha Siksha by Raghunath Das Goswami, verse 1. The moment you will learn that, how to be respective, and if you will put that as an scanner on every devotee to find the master, if you find the master, what does that verse say? Do you remember?
No, I cannot recall this.
Try it.
No. You explain, please.
You have to have the respect for your guru. You need to have a respect for Vraj, means Vrindavan. You need to have a respect for Vrajvasis. You need to have the respect for Vaishnavas. You need to have have the respect for Brahmins. You need to have the respect for your mantra. You need to have the respect for your Harinam, and you need to have the respect for your Radha Krishna. Now use this as a parameter to understand what the other devotee is like. Does he have respect for all of them or not? If he has a respect for all of them, he has won his mind. He has become master. If he doesn't have respect, do not associate. Maybe he is doing all good. Like there is a so what happens, let's say, if you are being offensive towards Brijvasis, what does really happen to you? Do you know?
Well, I guess that Bhakti will be destroyed.
There is something more which happens with that.
Okay.
Our Rasikacharyas, they have spoken that if you are being offensive towards Brijvasis, you will actually stop finding your own faults.
Yes.
Swadosha, you will stop finding your own faults.
Yes.
You must be very bad in a devotional life, a spiritual life, according to scriptures. But there is a specific punishment will be given to you that once you will be offensive towards any Brajvasis and you start to find faults. Oh, this Brajvasi is that Brajvasi is that. What will happen? You will stop looking for your own faults.
Yeah.
Means you will never ever get better.
Yes.
You will only get worse.
Yes.
So how to really understand about the respect and an insult? See, I can have a different opinion from others. I can have the very different opinions.
Yes.
I can have a different, because I have a certain philosophy, certain understandings about the scriptures. Now, it doesn't mean that I cannot speak and take a stand about my philosophy. But it doesn't mean that I would disrespect other person.
Yes.
I can have my stand and refute other philosophy or others' understandings, but I cannot have any kind of a wrong, bad feelings about other person.
Yes, absolutely.
This is the most important thing. Because then only you will start to gain respect. Like, how is the harmony there? That Radharaman temple and the Radharaman Goswami's example is always given by everyone, that how every sampradaya devotees can come, relish the nectar, and there is no arguments, fightings are happening. If you are from any background, doesn't matter, you can come and you can chant. You can be there at his service. Why? Because we have like a two terminologies, mata bheda and mana bheda. Mata bheda means different of opinions. Mana bheda means I have a wrong intent, feelings towards you, and I have a ill feelings towards you. So what the problem is in the sadhu sangha, and I see it more in the Western devotee society. If I come up and speak the difference on opinion, that this is my mata bheda, this is the understanding which I have it from 6 Goswamis, and this is what it is. This is the truth from their scriptures. How the other devotees will take that? They will take it as mana bheda.
Yes.
Mana means, oh, you actually are being offensive towards my guru. Oh, you are being offensive towards my philosophy. No, I'm not. It is mata bheda. I have a huge respect towards your gurus, even towards you and each and every other devotees. I don't want to change you, but I want to establish what the truth is. So mata bheda and mana bheda. Many times mata bheda is taken as a mana bheda, which create problems.
Yes.
And many times this mata bheda becomes mana bheda. Oh, he's from this background, I hate him. Oh, he's from this guru, I hate him. Oh, he practices in such a way, I hate him. You're being offensive. Raghunath Das Goswami, first mana siksha verse, not applying in your life. You're missing out. So sadhu sangha in reality means from where you learn, and learn to that extent that you become master. Master in our two ways, master in Siddhanta and master in devotional life. If you are not achieving any of these, that Sangha is not good for you.
Exactly. Yeah.
So Satya Sangha means the Sangha where the absolute truth is established by the scriptures, by the Harinam, by the experiences of the right devotees, and you learn from them. The terminology of the senior devotee doesn't mean a devotee who has been practicing last 20 years but still stays in the same class. For me, he's a failure.
Yes.
I always say he's a failure for me. This devotee, he is practicing last 40 years. I don't care.
Doesn't mean anything. Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything. It's like you are going to a school and stays in the same class for 20 years. You are a failure for me. Who is senior for me? Like, see, we have the Dwadas Bhagavats, 12 Mahabhagavats. Who is Mahabhagavats? Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, 5-year-olds, 7-year-olds. Age doesn't matter. What matters is, have you become a master or not? If you have not become a master, don't come and tell me, because it looks like that last 40 years you are doing the wrong association. So always remember, we are not here to change anyone.
Yes.
We are here to change ourselves. So why are we here? We are only here to establish our Mahaprabhu's and 6 Goswamis understanding. Now, do I want that everyone should follow? No, I don't want. Why? If I want everyone to follow, everyone will become a devotee, then what is the use of all the next acharyas and gurus or Krishna, to come and establish the truth? So whatever Krishna wants and however Krishna wants, I will establish the truth. Whoever wants to accept, learn and progress will accept. Those who do not want, my prayers are there for their spiritual life. The place where truth is established, you go and associate with that.